I got a new Wondermill. Let's unpack it. Welcome to White Shadow Fare. Make it homemade and make it with love. All right, so my Wondermill was delivered in the box that you see here. It came really well packaged, and I was pleased that I didn't have to get rid of extra boxes. That's one thing that really drives me nuts. Here you can see the owner's manual is right up at the top. Easy to read, gives you very clear instructions, gives you the list of what can and cannot be milled in your Wondermill. All of the wheat berries can, and of course there's a couple of recipes, and I'll give those a try as time goes on. I purchased this from a place called Grains from the Plains by Sunflower Acres Farm, and they sent along 3 pounds of hard white wheat and hard red wheat from their farm for me to try, which is great when you're getting a new mill, especially if you don't already have a mill. Sometimes you don't have the wheat, so I highly recommend them. They were the same price as everybody else, so keep that in mind. Very lightweight, which I enjoy. The older I get, the more heavy things seem to feel, so I felt like I wanted something with a smaller footprint, something that was lightweight, something that was going to be much faster than what I already had, and this one really fills the ticket. Now on the inside here, written in red, it is just a reminder that I need to turn on the mill before I put in my grain. And there's a button on the front that says coarse, bread, and pastry, and that's just their suggestion of where to turn the dial. So as you can see there, it says turn on before adding the grain, and I'm glad that that is there because I will need that reminder every time. My Como mill, you can turn on the mill after the grain is already in it, so that's what I'm used to doing. So once again, this is a smaller canister. When I go to put it away, it can just fit one on top of the other. It comes with these little sponge filters, and then this little tube just kind of turns to the side and flips out and gets hooked to the machine part, the part that's doing the milling. And inside that container, it is going to hold all of the flour for whatever I mill. So they gave me an extra filter, and then this cup just catches the finest of the flour that is being milled. So you push down and you turn, it shows you exactly where to do it. Even though it looks like I'm struggling here, which I was because I wasn't really paying much attention, I finally got it on there, and then the lid just goes on, snapping on easily. I'm just wiping this down with a damp cloth, and then I'm going to give it time to air dry before I get started with milling my rice. And the rice is going to be used to clean out this mill. Now, any mill that you get, whether it is a Wondermill or something else, you should always run rice through it to clean it. And you should run rice through it a minimum of 2 times. After it's dried, I just put the cup back on because you need that. Make sure your black filter is up on the top. You're going to use that tube and you are going to push it into, and it will make a little snapping sound. And I'm just showing you, there is something there, like a little marking on there. That is just showing you that you need to push it in fairly far. You should not be able to see that marking once it's pushed together. Once again, you'll hear a little snap, so that's kind of how you know. So you're always going to run a cup of rice through a new mill, and you are not going to keep that rice. You're not going to use it for anything. I'm going to just run this on the pastry setting, but once again, we've got a dial that says coarse, bread, and pastry, and you can stop anywhere in between those as well. If you kind of like it more on the fine side, you could go halfway between pastry and bread and mill it that way. Just easy to turn, and all that is doing is taking these metal plates that you see here and moving them closer or farther apart from each other. So the farther apart they are from each other, the coarser the grind is going to be, the more large pieces you're going to have. And that's what an impact mill is. It uses those metal plates. Here I've got my hand on it. When you turn it on, it is going to jump a little bit, so always make sure you have your hand kind of pushing down on it so that the machine itself doesn't move. Step 2, you're going to pour in the rice. You're going to let it flow through, and when it's done, it will make a change in sound. And don't be surprised that you're going to see some flour all around the outside. This is only going to happen with the rice because the rice flour is so much finer than regular flour. And I'm just showing you that I turned the tube there. I didn't have to do that, but I just want to get in a good habit. And my rice flour, there's not a whole lot of rice in there. I'm only ground 1 cup, but you can see that it is really finely ground. I shake out any extra residue that's there. And then I look to see how much dirt there is, and I can see that it's a little discolored. It's not as white as I want it to be. And that's just the dirt and debris that it got off of the impact blades themselves. I don't want to be milling anything that's going to be dirty, so I'm going to do a second cup. And once again, that second cup, I'm going to make sure that I put it in the garbage. After that, if you want some rice flour that you can use for something else, you can start milling your rice flour and keeping it. But you need to run at least 2 cups through, get it nice and clean. And anytime you have a problem with your grain mills, run rice through. That helps to kind of clean it up. So once it's run through, I'm just taking the lid off. It just snaps on and off. It's just by pulling it. Empty anything that went into that cup. That's always the finest of the flour, so the smallest pieces. The rice looks plenty clean to me, so I'm ready to go. If I saw dirt in there, I would run a 3rd cup through, but I didn't see any dirt in there. So push and turn to get that cup on. And now I'm going to start milling real wheat. And I'm going to play it so that you can hear the sound of this. They call this one of the quietest mills. I don't know. You judge for yourself. Now really all mills are loud, and this is much quieter than my other mills, but I don't know if it's the quietest. It's going to be loud no matter what. You are grinding hard wheat into flour. But I am so excited to see this beautiful, beautiful wheat. I just ground some white wheat berries that I had. This is hard white wheat, and it's so soft, powdery. And next I'm going to mill 2 cups of red wheat for my bread recipe. And once again, I'm going to hold on to it before I turn it on, dump my grain in once it's turned on, and it goes through so quickly. I'm always mesmerized by watching the grain go in. I don't know why, but it's just that exciting, giddy feeling. As you could hear from before, there's a change in the pitch so that you know that it is coming to an end, and then you just let the motor completely die down, open it up, take your wheat out, and it's up to you. Some people wash their containers and some people don't wash their containers. I just used a dry rag and wiped everything out so that it was as clean as possible just using a dry rag. I don't care if there's a little bit of flour left in there because I'm going to be using it frequently enough. Now, if I was only going to use it once a month, I might take the time to completely wash it. Other people have stated that they use a pastry brush and clean it that way. This was a fun mill. I'm so glad that I got it. It's faster than my Como. I own too many mills at this point in time. As you can see, both of my flours came out very fine, so the particles are very small. I don't have large pieces of bran in there, and that's exactly how I like it. If you like larger pieces of bran, you're just going to turn that dial and you're going to go maybe more towards the bread setting. This Wondermill is a definite 5 out of 5. If you're in the market for a new mill, I'm highly recommending this one. Thank you for joining me at White Shadow Fair. Have a great day.